Look, I appreciate y'all subscribing to the channel. Do subscribe if you're not subscribed, and hit the bell icon to be notified for future videos. Hey yo, you know something? So I get on my phone, right? You know, my old phone, and that's the phone I be looking stuff up on because it ain't got no purpose. So the purpose is for me to give it a purpose. So I gave it one. Do all my searching and all my videos and all watch videos and stuff like that. So as I'm searching, I go on, I get on YouTube, and, you know, I go to my page and I see his name. So I'm like, and it said Kevin Holland, and I seen he was a brother. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, I was assuming he was gonna have an accent and he was gonna speak some language I ain't even know because it's MMA. You know what I'm saying? So when I watched him, the first thing I seen was he started with the low ranks. Is what I call the low ranks. Is anything other than the UFC is the lower ranks of MMA fighting. You know what I'm saying? You work your way up to the UFC. So watching him on other networks, one was called One. I forget the full names. And like I said, I'm just getting into the MMA, but there was one particular fight that I seen. I forgot the name of the guy that he fought, but he looked good. He looked good. He passed the eye test, but there's one thing that I seen with him. Boy, he got this right here. So I kept on looking, then all of a sudden I see something that said Big Mouth, and I'm like, Big Mouth. All right, so then I looked at the video and I see them just pummeling people. And then I see them get beat by Thiago Santos, from my understanding. But other than that, before he got into the UFC, Dana White had something to say about him. He was like, you know, and I'm paraphrasing, look, well, all this guy does is talk a lot of crap. You know what I'm saying? And why would I want somebody like that? But then he wound up being impressed with his fighting. So, you know what I'm saying? The guy can fight. But let me tell you what I see. As far as I see Kevin Holland, he can fight. The man can fight. And he got a fighter's mentality. He's a warrior. He got a warrior's mentality, no doubt. He can fight. But to me, he's a little bit unrefined. But that's where I see the beauty in his fighting and his unrefined. Like, for instance, when Thiago had him on the ground, yo, he was throwing elbows from the ground. I was like, yo, how is he gaining that kind of leverage? You know what I'm saying? To where Thiago got up. I was like, damn, dude, a beast. And he was like, yeah, yo, come on. Yeah, come on. You know what I'm saying? I'm bugging out. I'm like, damn, this dude right here. But last year, in 2020, he had met a UFC record, from my understanding. He got 6 fights in 1 year, and he won all 6 of them. And that was last year, if I'm correct. Or 5. It's one of them, 5 or 6. But then he said that he wanted to fight this guy named Derek Brunson. Well, I seen stuff about that because I looked up his next fight, and his next fight's supposed to be sometime in March, like close to the end of March or probably close to the end of March, something like that, with Derek Brunson. So I decided to look up Derek Brunson. Derek Brunson, to me, another one who's unrefined. But he's like a wrecking ball. You know what I'm saying? He just comes in to wreck you, slam you, throw you, punch you, kick you. ain't no rhyme to it, ain't no reason to it, ain't no rhyme to his reason, or whatever you call it, rhythm to his reason, rhyme to his reason, whatever you want to call it. Ain't none of that. He just goes at your behind. You know what I'm saying? Now he's gotten beaten up a few times doing that. Now, I'm not sure about his height, but I know Kevin Holland is 6'3", and he fights at the middleweight. If I'm correct, that's 185 pounds. He got to a little spat with Israel Adesanya at one time, but that was some years ago, maybe about 2-3 years ago. And then Israel Adesanya went up to heavyweight, and I heard Kevin Holland talking about Israel Adesanya. He's like, "Oh man, I ain't worried about it." He's like, "Man, Israel Adesanya doing this thing, man. He up at heavyweight." He's like, "Man, by the time I get doing what I'm doing here, he may already be ready to get out the business." And I'm paraphrasing, something like that, something to that effect. You know what I'm saying? So how I see him doing, I got to do just a tad bit more research on the middleweight division. But there's some monsters out there now. Don't get it twisted. There's some monsters out there. You got, if I'm correct, Kelvin Gastelum. Ooh, but yeah, Kelvin Gastelum is a good striker, and you know, both of them are good strikers. He's just tall, 6'3", man. When you got that kind of leverage, man, and he's a very good striker. Like I said, but he's not like watching him on the other networks besides the UFC. It's like, this is how I view the other networks. The UFC is the Maybach, but the other networks is the Mercedes. Mercedes is badass. Maybach is way up here. Same brand, because it's MMA, but different networks, but all up under the same umbrella. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. You got the Maybach, the UFC, and you got the Mercedes. When you see the Maybach is stupid refined. When people kick, it's full extension on everything. You know what I'm saying? It's accuracy. It's knowing what you're doing, knowing how to move, knowing, you know what I'm saying? These guys are that good. And when you watch the other networks, you can see where now they do got some guys over there who are making a name, you know what I'm saying, and coming up, and they pretty accurate. Like they running over them guys, and I don't know their names right now, but I've seen them. You know what I'm saying? So, and Kevin Holland is one of them. You know what I'm saying? But around March, I want to see him against Derek Brunson, because I'm curious how he gonna deal with that Russian attack that Derek Brunson has. He has that come at you and just, and you should have heard Kevin Holland. He was like, "Yo, I just want to fight him because he disrespected the strike, something like that." I'm like, "Yeah, this dude is nuts, B." But he a fighter. And then when I seen him get hit, when he fought Thiago Santos, and he got hit, bro, he got caught. Yo, the man love to fight, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm looking for him to come in the middleweight division and make some noise. Uluran signing out. Peace.